Hi, welcome to the Patricia Show. Now, my show was named Let's Talk, but I'm changing it back again to the Patricia Show. It was first called the Patricia Show, then I went to Let's Talk. Now we're going back to the Patricia Show. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Please press like and subscribe. And share this audio with someone who you feel may need it. Now we're going to talk about the power of love. Did you know love is the most powerful emotion in the universe? It's the most powerful emotion. No matter what you have going on, what type of energy, around you, negative energy, love will just dissolve that energy. So I had, a while ago when I first did this, I had sent God some love. I just focused my attention above myself, above my head, and sent God this love and asked him to send it back to me 3 times its fold. I was walking in the grocery store about maybe 3 or 4 days later, and all of a sudden I was filled with love. It's like love just fell down on me. I had to stop in my tracks because I felt like I was going to bust out crying because I had never felt love like that before. This was not like I love my mother, I love my father, I love my children. This was like love directly from the heart of God. It was so overwhelming. It just surrounded me. So then I thought, I'm going to give this exercise out to different people and see what happens to them. This one lady told me the same thing happened to her. She was out and about, and love started just surrounding her after she had sent it to God and asked God to send it back to her 3 times its fold. And she said that she actually started crying so hard that she had to rush out of wherever she was at and go to her car because she was crying. Now, it's not the type of crying you're crying because you're sad. You're crying because the love that comes from the heart of God is so overwhelming, and you've never felt anything like it before. So now I'm going to show you in this audio how to do this same exercise. So what you're going to do is focus your attention above your head, for God resides 3 or more feet above your head. Focus your attention up there. Imagine that God is right there. And then just shower God with love from you. And then after you do this, say, God, return that love to me 3 times its fold. And then feel the silence and go about your business. That's it. And then wait, and God will send that love back to you. And you will feel that overwhelming love. And then you'll be able to feel that love coming from the heart of God and what it really feels like. It is so powerful. Very powerful, because again, we've never felt anything like that. Most of the time, we say we love, like I love my husband. You might have this feel, oh, I love my wife. But some people are so emotionally scarred until they think they love their husband or their wife, but they really don't, because they never really experienced love. Do you know that? Do you know that a lot of people on this planet has never even experienced love because they have so many wounds, so many inner emotional issues? So love is just a word. It's not anything that they're really feeling. When you really love somebody, there's a feeling that comes along with that. And the feeling it should be so strong that you just light up your whatever room you're with. You just light up your room with this feeling of this love. I had one of my relatives tell me, she says, I've been in a love before, but it's really funny because I never really feel anything. She said to me, I don't even know what love really feels like. I said, well, then how do you know you've been in love? She says, well, because I really care for the person. Key, very key, care for the person. Not really love the person, but care for the person. She was so emotionally scarred that she didn't feel that emotion of love towards her mate. She just cared a lot for them, and she was calling that love. And I think that's what a lot of people do. You might meet somebody you really care a lot about. You want to be around them all the time. But it's not love, because let me tell you why I know it's not love. Because that person started doing things to hurt you or abuse you in any way, shape, or form, whether it's physical, mental, or mentally, or emotionally. And then they'll turn around and do these horrible things to you and then say that they love you. Love does not hurt. And most of us here on this earth have experienced, or we say we're in love with somebody, but then that person is always hurting us. So we think that's what love is. We think that, we should be in a relationship and we're supposed to be hurt. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we usually go through. We usually be hurt by our partner. That's not love. But we think it's love because that's the only thing we've ever felt. So when you have this real love that's coming in from the heart of God, oh my goodness, you are so overwhelmed because you never felt love like that before. I could pretty much guarantee you that the majority of people on our planet have never loved. They think they have now. They think they have. They'll probably argue me down, say, oh, yes, I had somebody. Oh, I loved him. I love my children. But let me ask you something. Even with your children, do you try to control your children? Do you try to control your spouse? If you do, that's not love. Do you want to tell your children what they're supposed to be in life? Oh, they should be a doctor or a lawyer or something like that. They might say, oh, I want to go out there and be a gigolo. And then you say, no, you're not being no gigolo. I'm sending you to college. You have to go to college and blah, 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 blah. That's control. If my child wants to be the gigolo, I'm going to say, hey, be the best gigolo you could be. Maybe that's something that's coming from inside of them. Maybe their God self is telling them not to go to school or get do something else, in opposed to going to school and being a doctor. We here on this earth go to school for our prestige on this earth. School is not anything spiritual that you have to go get a doctor's degree to be spiritually aligned with God. No, you don't. So if you have anybody in your life that you love unconditionally, no matter what they do, you will still love them. That may be love. I don't know what else is going on, but that may be love. But even though you might tell me, yes, I love people unconditionally and they could do whatever they want to do. Okay, let's say you're a religious person and your child came and said they wanted to be homosexual. And you were a religious person and you really didn't believe in homosexuals. Would you be okay with it? I mean, really okay to accept your child and their lover? Or would you try to tell your child, this is not the way, this is not God's way, or tell your child anything? If so, that's not loving them unconditionally. When you love somebody unconditionally, you accept them no matter what they do. You still accept them. If they want to be homosexual, you accept them. If they want to be a gigolo, you accept it. Whatever they want to be. I used to tell my kids when they were little, what did I want, ask them what they want to be. But I used to always say, no matter what you choose to be, make sure you're the best at it. Always strive to be the best that you could be, no matter what. And I would be all right with whatever they did. Because it's not really, I know a lot of you are not going to understand this, but it's not really my place. I'm their mother, but I'm not their God. Do you know even your children have God in them? We all have God in us. So we have to stand aside and let that divine power lead and guide our lives. As simple as that. And if my child is in tune with her God's self, I'm going to trust that God's going to lead her. Now, let's say that she's not in tune with her God's self. Let's just say that she's a heathen, out there to party and do whatever she want to do. Okay, maybe this is the way she's supposed to go. When she gets ready to align herself with God, she will do that. And if she's never ready, then hey, maybe that's not what she's supposed to do in this lifetime. The bottom line is they have the power of God within them to lead and guide them. Therefore, I will love them unconditionally. I raise my children up to be honorable and to respect others and to love others, but getting involved in what they should be or not be, that is up to them. Now, I might give them some suggestions and see what they think about it. Like, does this resonate with you to be a doctor? Like, I would like to see you be a doctor, but do that resonate with you? Because it might not resonate with them. My mother used to always try to push us to go to school when I graduated from high school. Because she was pushing me to go to college so much, kids, you get that rebellion streak in you. It was like, I didn't want to go just because she was pushing me to go. I thought I was very smart and I didn't need to go to no college. That's what I felt. And so when I got out of school, high school, and I went to college, I didn't go but maybe the first quarter, and then I dropped out. And I didn't, continue going to college. Got married, had kids, raised kids, went through all of that. It wasn't until my kids was grown and my mother had died, then I decided, I really did want to go back to school. I went back to school and obtained my doctor's degree. Now, when I think of that, now let me tell you something. I used to think when I went back to, because I was like 50 when I went back to school. So I thought, I wish I had did this younger. You see, I thought my mother might have been right. I wish I had did it younger. But you know what? It wasn't time for me to do it younger. There was other things that I needed to experience, because if it was meant for me to go, God would have put it on my heart for me to go. But he didn't put it on my heart for me to go when I was 17 or 18. He put it on my heart to go when I was like 50. And I went and completed it. Yes, my mother was right, but I had to feel it for myself, for my God self. So now, when we love someone unconditionally, we have to, that's going towards love. But most of us, like I said before, we are so emotionally dysfunctional that we can't even feel that emotion of love. I remember asking that same relative, that I had told you about earlier, about did she ever feel that emotion of love? Like, just coming from her heart, did she ever feel it when she just sitting down watching TV or something? She told me no. She had never even felt the feeling of love. She didn't even know what that feeling felt like. That means her heart chakra was totally closed. Well, maybe not totally closed, but it was closed. And it needed to be open. Closed because she has so much emotional stuff going on. So do that exercise that I told you to do, and that I just gave you. I'm sorry, not told you to do, but gave you. And write in the comments how it worked for you. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Patricia Show. And Happy New Year.